Red Dead Redemption is a classic game made by Rockstar, and after GTA, it's probably one of their most popular games ever. Even after all these years, the game is still super popular. Seeing how amazing the game is, I thought, why not try making a game inspired by RDR? And instead of using some complicated game engine, I decided to build it in Unity. So without wasting any time, I opened up Unity, created a new project, and started building my own version of the game. The first thing I wanted to do was add a cowboy character into the game. Since the main character in RDR is also a cowboy, it just made sense to start with that. To find a character, I used Sketchfab because you can find a lot of free 3D models there. While searching, I came across this model, so I downloaded it and used Mixamo to add animations before importing it into my Unity project. But after bringing it into the game, it honestly didn't look that great and felt kind of off. So because of that, I went back to Sketchfab and chose another model. And honestly, it felt just right. I quickly picked it up and imported it into my game, and this time, it actually looked perfect. It finally started to feel like the game I had in mind. Now, just like in RDR, the player can use guns, so I really wanted to bring that same feeling into my game. So I went ahead and developed this feature, and now you can smoothly shoot with the gun and even swap between weapons without any hassle. After adding the gun mechanics, I thought it was time to replace this black dummy model with my actual player. But as easy as it sounds, it actually took a lot of effort. The moment I swapped the model, my cowboy literally forgot how to walk and everything just broke. But after using a bit of logic and fixing things step by step, I finally got it working properly. Now, in RDR, there's a beautiful map, and I wanted the same vibe in my game, so the first thing I did was add this scenery. But honestly, it looked kind of weird. So I decided to change it and replaced it with a much better mountain and field landscape. And now it started looking way more natural. But then another issue showed up. The sky was completely black because the camera wasn't rendering the sky at all. So to fix that, I went into the inspector, changed the camera's background type from solid color to skybox. And just like that, the sky finally started rendering properly in the game. And now, little by little, my game is actually starting to feel like RDR. Now after this, I thought about adding a horse and a horse cart into the game because that would make the whole experience feel even more awesome and closer to RDR. So for that, the first thing I did was rig a 3D horse model and then imported it into the Unity game engine. But right now, the horse still can't walk or run because there's no script attached to it yet. And honestly, I find coding pretty tedious sometimes, so instead of writing everything manually, I took some help from ChatGPT and generated a movement script for the horse. After that, I pasted the code into VS Code, attached it to the horse, and then I thought, alright, let's test this thing and see how it moves. Oh my god, what is happening? The horse is literally sinking into the ground. To fix these issues, I went back to ChatGPT once again, and after spending some time debugging everything, I finally got the horse movement system working properly. After that, I also added the ability for the player to get on the horse and ride it around the world. Now you can smoothly ride the horse across the map, just like in RDR, explore wherever you want, and freely roam around the environment at your own pace. And yeah, after that, I also added a horse cart system that you can drive around pretty easily. But after finishing that, I decided to fire a few bullets from the gun, and the moment I started shooting, the player's body started bending in a really weird way for some reason. I tried adjusting the gun position in the character's hand, but it still looked off. After messing around with it for a while, I finally realized the issue was being caused by the IK system. Once that was fixed, I imported a wooden house from the Unity asset store. But the second I added it into the game, the whole thing turned bright pink. Thankfully, it wasn't a serious issue. The materials just weren't compatible with the current render pipeline. So to fix it, I converted the project to URP, and after that, the house finally started looking normal again. Now the house actually matched the vibe of the game pretty well, but there was still one problem left. The player couldn't walk up the stairs inside the house. To fix that, I placed and tilted a collider properly on the stairs, and after that, the player could move around the house without any issues. And then of course, I added another house too, because honestly, one house just didn't feel enough. Now, our game already has a lot of features added, so if you're enjoying the progress so far, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Alright, now let's implement a guard enemy into the game that will stay near this wooden house. To do that, I first imported a 3D enemy model into the project, and after that, I added an axe to the character by finding the hand position inside the hierarchy and attaching it there. But right now, this guy can't really do anything because there's no script attached to him yet. Now guys, what I wanted was for this guard to randomly patrol around a few points, and whenever the player enters his region, he should chase and attack the player. Basically, our guard has 3 different states: patrol, chase, and attack, and we're going to handle all of that using an enum system. So I created an enum inside the enemy script, and inside the update function, the enemy keeps switching between these these different states depending on the situation. Also, to make the enemy move properly on the terrain, I used Unity's nav mesh system. After baking the nav mesh, I tested the enemy movement, but bruh, the enemy instantly sank into the ground again. To fix that issue, I removed the avatar from the animator component, and surprisingly, that fixed everything automatically. After that, I created different animation states for the enemy so that the patrol, chase, and attack behaviors would look much more natural and smooth. And now, as you can see, our guard enemy is finally patrolling around his area properly like a real character. Alright guys, if we're being honest, the map still feels pretty small right now. So what do you say? Should we make it bigger? Alright then, let's do it! To expand the world, I started copying and pasting different terrain parts to make the map larger. And of course, a world like this would feel empty without nature, so I also added a bunch of trees to make the environment look more alive and fresh. But for some reason, huge gaps started appearing between the terrain and the mountains, and no matter what I tried, they just wouldn't go away. The worst part is that these gaps were spread across a huge area of the map, and because of that, my player accidentally fell straight through one of the gaps and basically got sent to the underworld. While I try to fix this mess, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now come on, let's add some water into the game, because at this point, our player hasn't taken a bath in days, and bro is starting to smell bad. Alright, to make a river, I first added a simple plane into the scene, and then to make it look like actual water, I had to use shaders. Now, shaders are basically a thing in Unity that lets you control how a material looks. Like here, I'm connecting different shader nodes together to create a water effect. And honestly, this part was kind of annoying because if even one node gets connected the wrong way, the whole shader starts looking messed up. But after trying for a while, I finally made a simple water shader and added it into the game. Now come on, let's jump into the water and enjoy it for a bit. And not gonna lie, this actually turned out pretty cool. Swimming in the river feels really fun now. At least our player finally got a bath after all this time.
Oh my god!
Nice, now let's add a boat into the river that the player can actually ride. To make it feel more realistic, I also added paddles to the boat. And as you can see, this guy is rowing the boat right now, but eventually we'll replace him with our actual player, because I only downloaded this character from Mixamo to get the rowing animation. Now the funny part is, this guy is rowing the boat perfectly, but the boat itself isn't even moving. Bro is doing all that hard work for nothing. Then I realized, of course, to make the boat move, we have to do coding again. But when I wrote the code to move the boat, instead of floating on the water, this thing literally started flying in the air like a bird. At this point, I honestly don't even know what all I have to go through to make this game. But it's alright. After spending some time tweaking and fixing things, the boat finally started moving properly. Then I noticed another small problem. The boat was moving on land too, instead of just staying in the water. Luckily, the fix was pretty simple. I stopped the boat from working on every layer and made it move only on the water layer. And now, the boat finally works the way it's supposed to and only moves in the water.
Nice.
Alright friends, now it's finally time to remove this dummy model and make the actual player capable of driving the boat. But honestly, this is way trickier than it sounds. First of all, my cowboy somehow starts rowing the boat while sitting on the ground itself. After tweaking things for a while, he finally started sitting inside the boat properly and doing the rowing animation correctly. But then another weird thing started happening. Instead of sitting in the center of the boat, he would sit in random places and still start rowing it. To fix that, I used a cube to define a proper interaction area so the player could only sit and control the boat from one fixed position. Then I removed the paddles from the dummy character's hands and attached them to the actual player's hands instead. And now, the player can finally ride the boat smoothly across the river at full speed. That's all for this video, guys. In the next part, I'll add some more animals into the game, and you can also let me know in the comments what else you want me to add. I'll definitely consider your ideas while developing the game. Until then, make sure to subscribe and support the channel because this video took a lot of time and effort to make.